Alright, so here we are, day 2 troubleshooting this. I took the cables out and I tested inside of here. I put the connectors together and I'm getting 50 volts right here at these. Now, I didn't connect them all the way in because, I mean, they are hard to get out if you don't got a wire to pull them out. But I am getting the voltage to this right here. So those wires might have been bad. I heated them up and I took all the connectors off. So I'm gonna make new wires from here, and I'm thinking these wires, there's probably a burn somewhere in here that burned them out, but these are what's not getting my electricity through. All right, new wiring into the connectors right here. I always make sure one of the red or dark is red or black is shorter than one of the other ones, because when they're just hanging, you don't want them to be the same level to touch. That's just something that I picked up along the road. Okay, so here's the black right here. I'm gonna try to step on it with my foot so you can see the you can see it. Maybe we can touch it right there. Here's the red right here. All right, maybe the black's not on. Let me see. Try to put them closer together here. Oh, come on here. Let me do it without. Alright, so with the ends and the connector, it still wasn't getting no power through the ends of that connector. So I took the ends off of the connectors. I'm just holding them out with some alligator clips. And now I'm going to test these right here. With the alligator clips directly to positive and negative, it's only coming up 12 volts. I'm actually thinking about just cutting this off, putting a wire to wire, and then that's it for the kid. Alright, they're still warm. I let it cool down a little bit. I tested wire to wire and I got 50. So now the end of it is going to be these right here. So let me let them cool down a little bit more. I did put them in water. Let me let them cool down, then I'll test them again in a bit. Ta-da-da! 51 volts. I cut out the connectors and that's just straight wire right there. So this should be able to get the inverter on. So we're gonna see if the inverter can go on. But now with these uncovered, make sure that and that don't touch, because you're gonna have 51 volts coming right at your booty. Alright, this is what started the problem, the 70 amp breaker that I tripped because my battery was not charging. Alright, so now the last thing I have to do is connect my negative to the Growatt. And you see I do have a resistor so I don't get the shock. So I'm going to hook this to the negative and touch the negative inside there. It should actually, you should hear some light up and go on right when I do that. I still have the hell is that thing? I still have the circuit breaker in there. So that's another thing I would have to check. So this is the negative and the negative. I gotta make sure the Growatt is off. No, still didn't go on. Still didn't go on. This right here would actually charge up and go on. Everything is connected. Let's see if I hit the other way, turn it on. No, this is on the negative. Dag nabbit. So what I'm going to do is I am going to connect the negative to the negative and test where I'm losing the power at. So right now I'm going to test the breaker to see if power is coming through the breaker. Well, look at that. BMS is on. Daly's on. The goddamn connectors are bad. Let me get this plugged in. I got the Daly connected now. The Daly is connected now. My main concern right now is to charge these batteries. Alright, I just plugged in the power cord. So I got the voltage here. The battery should kick on. so I can start charging the battery. Let's see if that kicks on. Constant charge, charging the battery pack right now. Okay, now there's no breakers in between this right here. That is just going straight from the battery to the Growatt, and from the negative, now that is going to the BMS. So I am charging the battery right now. My main concern right now is getting this battery charged up before the solar panels. I bypassed the breaker that I had right here. I bypassed the breaker and I bypassed the connectors, and when I bypassed the connectors and the breakers, guess what? It went right back on. So I'm gonna get rid of this breaker and get a better breaker, and I'm gonna look for better quick disconnects than the ones I used. Success. Growatt is charging the battery. It is connected through the BMS. It wasn't charging, so I thought there was going to be something with the settings or whatever. I went ahead and tripped the breaker there, but it wasn't charging for a couple days before that. It wasn't charging. So what it turned out to be was the connectors. Let me show you what connectors. They just hang on the side right here. I have it plugged into the wall to charge. I didn't even put the solar panels on yet because I want to get my battery charged. But let me show you what connectors I had. These connectors with these poles, this was the problem right here. And if I would touch the wire right here, I'd get a different voltage than if I touch these right here. And then for a while there, half of them worked till I worked on the other side. And then these right here weren't conducting the electricity. These right here. So you can see we are in a state of charge now. 55.7 volts, 7.9. It was not the Daly, and it was not the Growatt. It was the connectors in between. I am so relieved I got this going. I'm gonna go ahead and rewire this whole thing and probably move it, but the solar panels ain't connected right now. All I'm doing right now is charging the battery from the grid, and then I'll go over the settings and make sure everything is reprogrammed. Talk to you later. Bye bye.